Welcome to the 2022 AVP New Orleans Open. Buckle up because we're taking the party from Bourbon Street to the Bayou with beach volleyball coming at you all weekend long, in the heat and under the stars. Just a few weeks ago for stop number 1 in Austin, Texas, it was Taryn Float and Kristen Nuss staking their claim on the women's side.
Oh my goodness! Kristen Nuss unloads.
Taking down reigning world champions Sarah Pavin and Melissa Humana-Paredes. Well, for the men, a name we've called time and time again.
Phil Dahlhauser. Block. Phil Dahlhauser.
Phil Dahlhauser and his temporary partner, Andy Benesh, took home the top prize, beating the ever-firing Troy Field and Chase Buttinger. We may be in the Big Easy, but the level will be anything but. It's time to shake the tree here at Coconut Beach. It's the AVP New Orleans Open, and it all starts right now.
Well, hello, welcome to New Orleans. For the first time since 2016, welcome inside a stadium court in NOLA. And ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited to be here. One, because the weather this weekend is absolutely fantastic. It's about as hot as it's going to be the entire weekend right now. And we're going to play into the night as well. Yes, it is going to be fantastic. And let's meet our first two gentlemen coming out on stadium court, shall we? First guy, I said I was gonna, say hi to the pretty one first, but they're both pretty good-looking dudes. First guy out of San Jose, now lives down in Hermosa Beach. See him walking up and down the Strand if he's not playing volleyball. Let me hear it for Mr. Lev Priima. And why are you the first one? You tell me you want to break. I'll introduce Leela first. Sorry. You're going first. And his partner, out of Waimanalo, Hawaii. Born in Utah, played high school ball in Hawaii, and now lives down in Long Beach, California, Mr. Leela Tucker. And their opponents, this first guy, ladies and gentlemen, what he did a few weeks ago in Austin was absolutely awesome. Went undefeated with a brand new partner. Let me hear it for the big guy and AVP Tour champion, Mr. Andy Benesh. Well, last week, or 3 weeks ago, Andy played with two Nick Lucenas stacked on each other. Now he just gets the one. Out of Florida State University, he is the Greyhound, the quick one, and he's better at defense than Phil, I promise. Give it up for Nick Lucena. Phil was pretty good, though. Pretty solid on defense. I can't wait to ask Andy, after this match, who he likes playing with better. And I want Phil and Nick to be standing there right in front of him as I ask. Oh, he'll tell me. He'll just be straight up. He'll be straightforward. He'll be like, Nick, obviously. Nick and Andy, Leela and Lev. Here we go. Up and over. Down the line, it will be Leela back to serve. Hello, in the angle, Salila Tucker. Nice set from Andy. The finish from Nick. It's 2-3. The reach from Benesh. Well, look at that. Nick Lucena. He did say the net was just a little bit off. Now it's perfect. 4-3. Ripping away in the deep angle, Nick Lucena, 6-4. Andy, the defense, and then the put away. Give it up for that rally, New Orleans. A long one from all four of these guys. And all over the place. One to the switch, 8-5. And we'll take that side switch at 6-8. And Nick for 10-7. I know it's a little bright out there, but if we can put the umbrellas down in the stands, please. No umbrellas in the stands. Oh, my bad. That's a hat. That's fine. Hats are fine. Big hats are fine. Small umbrellas are not okay, but gigantic hats are fine. To the gentleman in the corner with the umbrella, you can keep your umbrella up, sir. I didn't see you. I was purely making fun of the giant hat. Fantastic hat. Cobra, was he over the net? Was he not over the net? If the ball was right on top of the net, all players have access to it. If it's deemed that the ball was completely on one team's side of the net, then the team on the other side of the net can't do what he just did. That is the ruling. Twelve-8. Another long rally. This one goes again to Lucena and Benesh. We're going to take a technical timeout. Producer Daniel, what is this match? Yes, it's the Waiakea match of the day. Cool down, get a taste of Hawaii with a refreshingly delicious Waiakea Hawaiian volcanic water, free in sponsor row. Now, in Austin, we like I don't know what was going on. I don't think people drank enough water. I think people were getting dehydrated because we had cases and cases of water. We have free water, like the real size water bottles. Waiakea, match of the day, stay hydrated. Where does one get a hat like that? But really, is there a specifically giant hat store? Is that a local hat store? Is that from Baton Rouge, Houston, Gulf Shores, Chicago? Is it in New Orleans? Just trying to... If you try to hide under your hat, that just makes your situation worse. Do you know the wannabes from Baton Rouge? You don't? We'll have to make sure you meet them. One of the wannabes is also wearing a ridiculous hat. You'll probably find him at some point today. Medical. Medical to stadium court, please. Medical, if you can hear me. To stadium court. Or a walkie-talkie. I try to say everything with a positive intonation, even if it's medical to stadium court.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Just out of reach, out of the timeout, 14-9. That is out of bounds, no touch. It's within 3 to 12-15. Lev Priima looking for his first top 10 at an AVP. Back to serve, 2-5. Oh my goodness, straight down across his body. Andy Benesh finding the open space. It's 16-12. Finding a way around. Lev likes it. Lila with the kill, 3-6. Up by 4 with 4 to go, 17-13. I know that hat was getting a little hot. Little hot, I know. I get it. Powering through Nick Lucena. Chowder. Double contact is the call. Andy will serve, 19-15. Now let's take a side switch, possibly the last side switch of set number 1, but Priima and Tucker looking for a late comeback, 16-19. Line. 17-20, another set point for Andy and Nick.
Hey, this is where we came back and go. Let's do it again.
Oh, you guys look good. All right, New Orleans skirts and everything. No touch. It's 18-20.
What's your name? Kevin on Park. Matt? Kevin, Matt, and Justin. My makeup. I love that. That's a great start. Line! Hold it. Hang line! Oh, Andy. Hey! My man!
It is a one-point ball game, 19-20. And we're going to take a timeout. Timeout by Benesh and Lucena. All of a sudden, 3 straight points for Priima and Tucker. Okay, the heavy arm to finish from Nicholas Lucena. 21-19 in the first. Took a couple extra rallies, but they get it done. Gentlemen, it is your turn. It is your time to shine. The 3 best friends who grew up, born and raised in Key West, Florida, which I'm pretty sure I've never said before. I love it. It's fantastic. What's your name?
Get ready for a whole new wave of White Claw. New full flavor White Claw Surf. Sensational refreshment for a taste like no other.
We all know it's a good idea to recycle. But what happens to that aluminum can or all that paper after you put it in the recycling bin? Where does it go? What does it become in its second life? See how WM is always working for a sustainable tomorrow at WM.com/stories.
It's the choices we make that define us.
Tryon Trevor's coming off a tough, heartbreaking loss.
And ultimately, the enemy is within. Some people want it, some wish for it, but others make it happen.
Tryon Trevor's super lethal, bringing fire and passion to the court.
How will you take charge?
1-3. 3 straight for Benesh and Lucena here in set number 2, and Lev Priima will serve. That is out of bounds. Andy's like, for sure? For sure, for sure? 2-3. Love the standing spinner, though, Lev. There's that hat. Ooh, we're going to take the side switch at 5-2. Match number 3 out of 8 here on Friday in New Orleans. We'll have another men's match coming up after this, then 2 women, 2 men. We'll go back and forth like that throughout the night. Off the block, out of bounds for Lev Priima. 35. Andy following that play the entire time and getting way up there for the put away up the middle. Got it right on the sideline. That one is just out of bounds long. 8-4. Ooh, good eye by Nick. That is just out of bounds. And a double contact is the call. We're going to switch sides. 10-4. I do believe. 10-4. Thank you, Marcy. Now, we have a lot of tight matches early on here on Friday out on outer court number 2. Paul Lotman, Miles Partain taking on Tim Baumgren and Piotr Marciniak. They are just underway in set number 3. Had a couple of 3-setters to start off stadium court as we take an early timeout here in set number 2 of match number 3. On court number 1, Emily Day and national champion out of USC, Haley Harward, just about to get started against the national champion out of UCLA, Savvy Simo, and LSU's own Tony Rodriguez. Coming up on court number 1. Andy Benesh will serve 10-4 coming out of the team timeout. We're going to take our technical timeout here in set number 2. Benesh and Lucena up 1 set to none, up by 5 halfway through set 2. Let me get a round of applause for these 4 guys coming back out on stadium court, everybody. And we're going to call that one a lift. On the cover, Scotty thought it rolled a little bit off his chest or his hand. Prolonged contact, technically. I guess it's not a lift, is it? I'll always call it a lift. John King would be mad at me for calling it a lift, but I'm still going to call it a lift. It's a lift. Exactly. DJ Ruchet, you hear what she just said? She said, you got the mic, you can call it whatever you want. That's right. He tells me that every day. And a foot fault is the call. We're going to switch sides, 18-10. It is 2011. It is match point for Lucena and Benesh. And catching the hot pocket. 12-20. Keeping it going a little bit longer. Lev Priima. Can they find a big one here? It's 13-20. And the ace from Tucker. That is out of bounds. We will switch sides, 15-20. Five, would have been 5 straight points. It goes out of bounds. 21-15 is the final score in set number 2. And it's a 2-set-to-none victory for Andy Benesh, the winner from Austin, and Nick Lucena. Lev and Leela will play in the first round of the contenders bracket tomorrow morning. We're not playing tomorrow morning, are we? Tomorrow at 2 or 3 o'clock, something like that. Nick and Andy will play again later today in the second round of the winner's bracket. We're going to get through the first 2 rounds of the winner's bracket on the men's and women's side. And we'll get started with the contenders bracket tomorrow at 2 o'clock on Elimination Saturday. 10 minutes from match number 4 here on Stadium Court. We got a good one in set 3, 12-8 on court number 2. Partain, Lotman, Baumgren, Marciniak going to race out.